Hey everybody, Danny and Super Brittany here from YouTube's Big Cat Fishing. Today we're going to be fishing in the world's coolest $100 canoe. That's right, the world's coolest $100 canoe. Got this thing on Craigslist, painted it up, and we're going to go do a little catfishing in it today. I want you to see our new pontoon stabilizer. We're going to be using a kayak paddle. We've got a stadium seat for comfort. Got some fresh shad there in the bucket. A couple of fishing poles. And today we're going to be fishing with planer bobbers and circle hooks on Elm Creek.
Stiff headwind here. Our little pontoon stabilizer is working pretty good. You can see there. Fat Brittany in here, and we haven't tipped over yet.
The new outrigger works great. It really stabilized the tippiness of this canoe. I'll probably add an outrigger float to the starboard side for even more stability. Best of all, the whole thing cost under $15 to make, and the tins are filled with expanding foam for positive flotation. And we did our part for recycling. See the front and back of the pontoon? It's a 2-liter soda bottle, painted white and filled rock hard with expanding foam for positive flotation. I'll be using a high definition camera mounted on a headband. This gives you a really unique perspective, kind of puts you in the driver's seat of the whole video. Okay, so come on, let's do some fishing with you in the driver's seat. Fishing with planer bobbers puts a whole new twist on catfishing. Gone forever are the days of sitting in one spot and waiting for a bite. Now you can cruise the entire lake, find new spots, catch big fish. It's a lot more fun, folks, I'm telling you. I think this is some kind of falcon. It's a beautiful bird. She's got babies up there. Fish on. We've been trolling for about 4 or 5 minutes and connected with our first channel cat. At least we think it's a channel cat, don't we, Britt? Fishing a shallow mud flat, about 3 to 5 feet of water on the north end of the reservoir.
Windy as hell. We're using a drift sock here. And we've got our second fish on, maybe. No, we lost him. Dang, thing. He's on there. He just swam up by the boat. There he is. Mr. Channel Cat. Oh! Release at the boat! That's cool. I didn't want to handle it anyway, did I, Britt? These little ones today. They're a good eater size, I guess.
Here's another falcon nest. There's about 6 of them up on poles here in the upper end of the reservoir, and I think about 3 of them are inhabited by some birds, and they all seem to have chicks. At least you can hear something peeping away up there. This lake is just full of shad and minnows, and you see a lot of fresh dead ones floating on top of the water, so living must be pretty easy here at Elm Creek for these falcons. Fish on. Chalk another one up for the planer bobbers. Yeah. This wind is just wreaking havoc with us here. It's a good thing we got our drift sock out. It's slowing the boat down to a snail's pace, which is a good catfish trolling speed. And we're connecting with a few fish. Granted, they're not big ones today, but maybe the big ones just aren't biting until tonight. And as you can see from the tummy on some of these catfish, there's definitely no shortage of food in this lake.
Look how fat that thing is. You been eating or what?
The circle hook did its job, caught it squarely in the side of the mouth. I love using circle hooks. It's a no-brainer job. Just sit back and let the fish hook itself. Yep, the new circle hooks work great. The days of crossing their eyes on the hook set, over for good.
Bye-bye, catfish. Right, Britt? That's right. There's a duck up there. Think we can catch him?
You gotta love a canoe as a fishing machine. I mean, they're car toppable, they're cheap, they go just about anywhere from big water to small creeks and rivers. I'm going to continue to upgrade this one here, and you'll notice it in the upcoming videos. We're going to put another pontoon here on the starboard side, that's the right side, and I've got a trolling motor, 30-pound thrust, that I'm going to put on the back of this thing. It should be a pretty stable, mean, lean, green fishing machine. I say green because the pontoons are recycled pop bottles. Pretty slick, huh? Those things are filled with expandable foam, and they are rock hard, totally unsinkable. This has been our second trip in this canoe. It's still early May right now, and the good catfishing just hasn't quite started yet. Or at least it hasn't gotten warm enough and nice enough to get us out on the water when they're biting good. But rest assured, folks, we're going to get out there and we're going to get a fish big enough to pull this canoe around. It's going to be a blast, so stay tuned. As windy as it was on the main lake, we might have had better luck here inside the river. Coming around the first bend here of the river, it's usually pretty good. Having the proper equipment, though, really helped out there to manage the wind and the whitecaps. A good drift sock is a must for any fisherman, and in some cases it's best to have two of them. You can get those about any store that sells fishing equipment, boating stuff. See how easy it is to make this new outrigger stabilizer for your kayak or canoe. Just click the link.